Hello and welcome to another edition of the Pep Talks. Today with Griffin Gosnell, MA, graduating in May 2018. Thank you for being with us, Griff.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And today Griff will tell us a little more about the WE Accelerators program, WE America, right? Accelerator program, and her experience in Costa Rica and many more things in terms of women empowerment. Griff, why don't you start telling us a little more about the project?
Cool. Yeah, so last semester I got the opportunity to start working at Thunderbird for good, and I was placed on the WE Americas Accelerator project. I feel super lucky because the project is really wonderful. WE Americas stands for Women's Entrepreneurship in the Americas. And then as an accelerator, we're helping to accelerate female-led businesses in Central America. So we've covered all 7 countries, and through the program there will be 81 women into 3 separate cohorts. The program is broken up into 3 different sections. The first is training, a lot like what we get here at Thunderbird. So Professor Hunsaker and Professor Teagarden go down to whatever country we're hosting the conference in and teach the women a lot of the same things that we learn here at Thunderbird. Second is mentorship. So we find mentors within the area who hopefully have a similar industry who can mentor the women in their businesses. A lot of them want help with financing or marketing or social media, and the mentors are there to help them with that, and also to help them with their growth strategy pitches, which is the culmination of everything. And the culmination is our capstone event, and that is when the women pitch their growth strategies to a panel of investors. Which was a really great part of the trip to Costa Rica. We had investors there who sat in on the pitches. The pitches were 7 minutes each, and there were 7 minutes for questions. And it was a really good experience for me, and I also think it was a really great experience for the empresarias, or businesswomen, to tell people a little bit more about their business and hopefully get access to capital to help them in their ventures. Yeah.
That's amazing. For those of you that don't know, Thunderbird for Good is an amazing organization. If you want to learn more about it, please go to the Thunderbird website. There's tons of information on their projects and their mission and vision and what the organization stands for. And they have not only empowered many women, but provide amazing opportunities for people like Griff here on campus to get some hands-on experience on these women empowerment projects. But Griff, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your experience in Costa Rica? What do you see about these women that you saw as something special or something that will help them grow as individuals and be independent and not to grow as a whole in the whole country?
So the experience in Costa Rica was amazing. Having worked with the women only virtually up until that point, getting to meet them and getting to know them was really special. The women, I think, have now been empowered with not only education, like I said, a lot of the same things that we learn here, but they've been empowered with mentorship, so they have a new network, not only with the mentors, but within each other. The first and second cohorts were there together, so now they have an even bigger group. And then with access to capital, they got to meet with different investors. We had Kiva there, Logos Capital, and we're always looking for more investors. It's you guys. So if anybody's interested in participating, whether in the mentorship program or in the investment portion, let me know, or Cindy Yeager, my boss. Actually, speaking of which, if I can derail a little bit, one of the best parts of the program was actually the amount of alumni support that we had. I knew that when I started this and when we were looking for people to help, the Alumni Association was going to be where I needed to go. And a little shout out to Maria Teresa Morazan and Jose Catani, who helped immensely in not only the mentorship program, but in the investment section as well. I definitely couldn't have done this without, or we couldn't have done this without the alumni group, and then just T-Birds in general. The head, Kelly Kreiser of Thunderbird, is an alumni, and then Kate Robertson joined us, and she's an alumni, and we also had an Underbird, Tyler Conium, down there helping us. It was a really great way to bring a bunch of Thunderbirds together to help the female entrepreneurship landscape in Central America.
That's amazing. It shows you guys how important the alumni network is, not only moving forward after graduation, but also while we're here in school to get experiences like this for you, Griff.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you for that. Appreciate everything you guys have done for the program, Thunderbird for Good. And Griff, you've had the opportunity to travel to many places around the world now. You're huge about women empowerment. Obviously, being from the U.S. is completely different to the opportunity that women get here. Like even in my country, Mexico, what are you see it's some of the issues and challenges that these women have in these developing countries? Mostly.
Some of the issues and challenges that they had, I don't know. I mean, I didn't really encounter that. Everybody that we came about was so positive. I know we are in the United States and that's my home country and there aren't as many barriers, but I think it's a lot of the same things that we might face, like maybe it's harder to break into something because you're a female and not a male. I'm sure that those women are seeing the same things, but nobody really discussed that. It was a very positive event and everybody talked about a lot of their successes and ways that they've overcome things and how they've achieved so much because of WE Americas. And so
That's awesome.
I can't talk so much about to that point just because I felt like everything was really positive in the
That's
program.
good. I just asked because I see many women leadership in Latin America, which it's a different culture, I'd say, from the United States, and it's not as easy to stand out, especially for many decades. It was very, like you said, very hard to break in. But we see with the former president of Brazil was a woman. We got a woman contestant for the presidency in Mexico, running elections in 2018, and you see it in many big organizations now too. Some of the major CEOs of big companies in Mexico are women as well. So you see these breaking in, and hopefully it will happen sooner rather than later because history has shown us that when women, are included, many good things happen.
Yeah, definitely. I think that there are more positive things. Like a lot of the women spoke to the impact on their communities and the impact on their families, and so I know there are barriers. This is not to say that there aren't, but in terms of the program that we had, it was definitely more.
What have you taken out of this program, Griff? Being part of Thunderbird for Good and having the chance to work with WE America and the accelerator.
I think that I've taken out of it that one thing that I didn't know a lot about before coming to Thunderbird was impact investing and putting your money somewhere where you will hopefully also get a financial return, but you also get either a social benefit or an environmental return is a really incredible topic and something that one of my finance class we delved into it a little bit more, and I know your consulting class is getting into it a bit. So it's definitely something that I think is breaking open and we'll see a lot more of. And I think just showing that you care or giving these women the tools that they need to succeed. They just were so thankful and supported one another, and I just think that's like the small things that really count.
Which, like you said, we're also learning about impact investing in this consulting class, and just from like an economic standpoint, where you empower women, you provide so many possibilities for not only for them to grow, but for their kids as well, for future generations. So it's very important that this is happening, and I truly believe that impact investing, it's not something that is just breaking. It's something new that will be implemented across all industries.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
It needs to be implemented. People are becoming socially aware and socially responsible, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, yay!
That's a very, very good thing, especially environmentally. We see so many issues nowadays. But what are other things you want to share about women empowerment, Griff? I know you're a huge advocate of women empowerment.
I am.
Huge leader here on campus, women leader. So what do you want to share about your experiences as a women leader?
I think that as a female leader, just not seeing barriers as barriers is really important, and if there does seem to be something, just breaking through it regardless. And that's what I think I kind of took from the business women also, they're so resilient. And like I said, I saw more successes than challenges, and it's probably just because of their resilience and not allowing barriers to get in the way of them and their goals. So I'd say that that's something that I've taken away from my experience with the accelerator, and that I'm personally going to take into my own life here on out.
Yeah, which we're almost there.
I know.
5 more weeks. But it's amazing that, and we've learned so much from you, Griff. Being part of, you're the leader of Net Impact. You were very involved in that. So many other organizations here on campus. The campus ambassadors, TSG. You've done so many great things for us. So a lot of people look up to you. So I just want to let you know.
Thanks. I'm on a bush.
They truly do. Now, one thing I do want to ask you, Griff, is what do you want to share? Something you want to share about the U.S. I know that obviously being here at Thunderbird, we got much more experience being here in terms of the culture and what's like. But what's something that you think it's not missing about the culture of the U.S., but that people are missing on what the U.S. really is?
Oh, that's a good question. I think the U.S. is seen as a lot of different things in other countries, and I think that one thing that we don't get enough credit for is just being accepting and very diverse. There are obviously pockets everywhere where you'll find people who aren't as accepting and don't love diversity, but I think as a whole, we are based on immigration. We are a melting pot. Our success is founded on diversity, and I think that's something that is getting lost in a lot of the politics and everything right now. So just remembering that and embracing that is something that I would like to see more in the U.S. and that I think is here, but we could expand on.
Yeah, it's generational. I truly believe that. I just feel like there's a stigma with the U.S. right now on, in terms of leadership and certain ideologies, but obviously I've had the opportunity to meet so many wonderful people in the U.S. that have hosted me as part of their family and treated me as their own. Yeah. So I want to share this with people outside of the United States, that for them to understand that there's people here that are welcoming, that are inclusive and wonderful.
And it's not just Thunderbird, like the United States. Thunderbird does sometimes feel like a little island of inclusivity and diversity, but it is the whole United States.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Question, Griff.
Yeah.
Women president, when? Next?
Wait, me?
Oh,
Wait, what?
You could.
Or when is there going to be one? Is that what you're asking?
When is there going to be one?
Oh man, I don't know.
We almost had one.
We did. There are a lot of really incredible female leaders out there. I don't know. 2020 is coming up. I wouldn't be disappointed.
It'll be great to have one for sure.
It would. Female leaders.
I guess the United States of America has led change for hundreds of years now, and seeing a woman president in the U.S. I think will mean a lot to a lot of people around the world. The same it did with Barack Obama.
Yeah.
It was not only an impact in the U.S. but all over the world.
Globally.
So it will be amazing to see a woman president at some point. And any other remarks, Griff, in terms of women leadership?
Go out there and get it. I mean, most of you, if you're alumni watching this, you probably know that. And I'm standing on the shoulders of giants here and going in your footprints. But yeah, I think that just always improving on what has been done by females ahead of us is really important, and remaining resilient.
And last but not least, obviously we've been asking about other people from other countries about a personal experience from back home. Why don't you tell us your best experience abroad?
Ooh, I was really lucky to have gotten to go to a wedding in India a couple weeks ago for a T-Bird wedding, and man, if you ever get invited to a wedding in India,
you should go.
Just go. Like, finances aside, you make it happen. Student loans, thank you government for helping me pay for my trip to India. No, just kidding, kind of serious, but definitely it was incredible. Just the hospitality, the amount of love we felt right off the bat. I felt like I was part of the family, the friend group. The food as a vegetarian is literally just, and I love spicy food. It was the best thing in the world. Yeah,
A great cultural
Oh
experience.
yeah, great cultural experience was a wedding in India.
That's amazing. I'm glad you guys got to go there.
Yeah.
So just to show you guys a little bit about what we see here at Thunderbird, the type of people that we get to like get involved with and learn from. It's an amazing experience down here at Thunderbird, and I'm glad you guys got to experience that, Griff.
Yeah.
But now, I guess if you can share a personal experience in terms of women leadership that you've had that you think has changed the type of person you become as of now.
I would say every teacher, for the most part, that I've ever had that's a woman has taught me not only strength but leadership and
Some sort of encouragement.
Yeah, encouragement. Because in our education system, a lot of teachers are women, and so you get that nourishing side, but you also get the discipline. And so, yeah, I think that teachers in America are amazing and don't get the respect that they deserve, and that's somebody, all of them, that I respect and feel like I've learned a lot from. And then, of course, my mom.
I hope.
And my sister and my grandma. All the women in my family are amazing and have taught me a lot.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really good. Well, thank you so much, Griff, for being part of this. For those of you that don't know Griffin, she's an amazing individual. She's created, once again, like many other people, amazing experiences here on campus for a lot of people, and because of her involvement and her commitment to the school. So thank you for that, Griff. You've been amazing to us. So we look forward to see you graduate in a couple of weeks.
Well, thank you for having me.
And I'm sure you're going to be super successful in life. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next women president.
I don't know. Well, thank you, Pepe.
All right, thank you, guys.